Deadpool was such a big film and such a big hit and what have you. Its sequel was too. Even though the first Wolverine film might not have been big with the critics, the second one was pretty decent enough. But Logan, however, was big. And now we got the two together. As I just saw Deadpool and Wolverine now playing in theaters. But is this new MCU film welcoming the Merc with the Mouth anywhere good as the first two films? Or is the MCU yet again going to be going on its downward spiral after the humiliating disappointment of the Marvels? Find out in this spoiler free review right now. Hey, bub. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the just now released superhero flick of 2024, Deadpool and Wolverine, released by Marvel Studios, through Disney, of course. Produced in association with 20th Century Studios, which was Fox, the first two films' former distributor. This marks the Merc with the Mouth's debut in the MCU, and the first time an MCU film has been given an R rating by the MPA. Directed by Sean Levy, who had recently worked with its big star Ryan Reynolds before, alongside Hugh Jackman as the titular characters, plus Emma Corrin, Morena Baccarin, and a few others from the two Deadpool films. Oh yeah, plus Leslie Uggams. Sorry if I forgot to include her. Yes, in this she's back as well. Are back along with several others from the other Deadpool films. And one familiar film from the Wolverine trilogy as well. Rob Delaney, Aaron Stanford, and Matthew Macfadyen appear in supporting roles. This time around, the TVA, the Time Variance Authority, as you may have seen on Loki, pulls Deadpool from his quiet life and sets him on a mission to save his universe, partnering with a reluctant Wolverine from another universe in the process. Now, this takes place years after the events of the first, well, the two films, excuse me, sorry. Now, before I get into my thoughts, if you haven't seen my redo reviews of the first two films, I would appreciate if you check them out. I've created a Deadpool playlist so you can catch those. They are also in my X-Men playlist as well. But I think doing Deadpool, that would be the thing to do. Before I get into my details. Now, if you recall, in the end of the last film, Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, uses Cable's time traveling device to travel from his timeline, Earth 1005 to Earth 616, the sacred timeline, where he meets Happy Hogan and requests to join the Avengers, but is rejected. And 6 years later, he has retired from being Deadpool and is working as a car salesman after breaking up with his girlfriend, Vanessa. But however, the TVA captures him and, well, brings him to Mr. Paradox, so apparently this is when the fun begins, and soon he goes through time and brings in a reluctant version of Wolverine himself. But that's all I'm going to tell you on this story. I will not tell you no more on this. This will ruin everything. So no more on this story. You'll know what this is when you see it. There's a ton of meta bits and what have you. Tons of Easter eggs, characters you will have probably forgotten about, or some from previous Fox released MCU films. This kind of serves as a little bit of a dedication to those films, the X-Men films, and like the X-Men films and so on. But I will not tell you any more, then that would also ruin everything. Sorry. Now, anyway, from what I've seen, I think this film is just so bloomin' awesome. If you didn't see my reaction video that I put up recently, I thought it was a bloody blast. It was freaking sweet. Definitely. I mean, as much as I like the first two Deadpool movies, but this one just took the whole blooming cake, and I say it was super cool. It's bloody, gory, just like what you got from the first two films, with a little bit of Wolverine in there. Yeah. From what I've seen, I feel like this is when you see Deadpool and Wolverine, this is kind of gonna be this kind of is, in my opinion, a mix of, well, Avengers Endgame and Spider-Man No Way Home with just a wee bit of a dash of everything everywhere all at once rolled into one. Believe me, it's just insanely crazy. But it does have a few fun moments. I really liked it for that. Now, of course, Sean Levy also co-wrote the script with Ryan Reynolds himself, plus Red Reese, Paul Wernick, and Zeb Wells. Of course, who also recently did the script for the other two films. Well, actually, it was Reese and Wernick who actually did the stories for the first two films, but this time they got more help. Anyway, if you really want an action review, yes, you will enjoy this. And I think this was just incredible. Now, Reese and Wernick did have a little bit of a trouble, a little difficulty figuring out the film story until Hugh Jackman decided to reprise his role as Wolverine. So, this ended up being something. It's gotten some good reviews as well. Unfortunately, the film sets at, well, last time I checked, 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, which that's 6% lower than the last film. And actually, it's a bit more than it, and 5% lower than the previous film. I don't get what that has to do with this, to be honest, folks. Please stand by. Correction, it's at 80 again, so my apologies. It's 5% lower than the first one and 4% down from the second film again. I'm humbly sorry for that. That was last time I checked, but now Rotten Tomatoes has pushed it back to 8, has now been guide back at 80%. So I do humbly apologize for that. But anywho, Deadpool and Wolverine was just a fun-filled experience. I really will suggest you go see this film. They have Rob Simonson doing the score for the film, which is pretty good. But I've got to give the soundtrack credit because it has a ton of films and what have you. Definitely. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, Simonson was no stranger to working with Mr. Levy after he had recently worked with him on Netflix in the film The Am Project, which Ryan Reynolds starred in, as well as the fourth season of his big hit Stranger Things. So that's pretty cool. So you're going to hear some pretty familiar tunes and what have you. Now, according to Rotten Tomatoes, they say Ryan Reynolds makes himself at home in the MCU with acerbic wit, while Hugh Jackman provides an adamantium backbone to proceedings in the film, an irreverent romp with a surprising soft spot for a bygone era of superheroes. Metacritic currently has it as score 56, while Post Track has it as score of 96%. I won't give too much other reviews and what have you. You just gonna have to file for yourself. So, no hard feelings here. Now, for our cast, Wade Wilson, Deadpool, is once again portrayed by Ryan Reynolds. He's still awesome, like always. Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine. I'm just glad to have him back. It's just a big surprise, considering what happened to him in the end of Logan, but I think you know the story. Now, playing the the ultimate antagonist of the film, Cassandra Nova, is Emma Corrin. Yes. Now you will see some familiar characters, but they're going to be, well, I'm not giving you any details on that. That would ruin this as well. So no, I'm not going to bring that up. Just the cast. Now Morena Baccarin and Leslie Uggams and Rob Delaney all return for just a little bit as Vanessa, Blind Al, and Peter. Yes, so not too bad. Now, Matthew Macfadyen plays Mr. Paradox, the other antagonist. Well, you could probably think he's the main or the secondary antagonist. I could be wrong. He's the agent who oversees a project to speed up the death of Earth 10005 by using the Time Ripper, a machine which can mercy kill timelines, and hopes to prove himself with this to become the leader of the TVA. We do have appearances from others as well, so yeah. Well, now it is a shame we don't get to see Zazie Beetz as Domino. That's kind of a slight downside. Well, and Cable's not in this either. However, I'll give you only one person who does return from previous films from the from the Wolverine trilogy, and it's Daphne Keene as now a little bit of grown up version of Laura, aka X-23. So you're seeing her. That's the only little bit of a heads up you will see. But everyone else, I will not say no more. I'm keeping that hush hush. So overall, this has a ton of action, and like I said, it's Avengers Endgame and Spider-Man No Way Home with a wee bit of everything, everywhere, all at once, blended in, rolled into one. So this is a fun-filled movie. I think you're really gonna get a kick out of it. This was, yeah, you know what I'm saying. It was just so blooming awesome. If you like the first two Deadpool films, you'll feel right at home with this one. I hope they do another one. I saw a post on Facebook saying that, well, that they'd like to do one with Tom Holland Spider Man, but well, let's not jump to any let's not jump to any possibilities. Yeah, but it could happen. We'll see, okay? But for now, Deadpool and Wolverine is just so awesome. You'll enjoy it. Go see this film while you can. I think this is already going to become the next big thing. I'm saying this could easily force Inside Out 2 out of the top grossing highest opening movie of this year. It's so far already made 103 million worldwide already. Okay, enough said. So for my score, Deadpool and Wolverine, it's got great characters, great cast, a good story. Kind of might be a little, but well, kind of might be a little on the but well, I can't really explain because I don't want to spoil it. But good soundtrack, a great score, and I liked Sean Levy's direction as well, so that was good too. So for my score, I'm going to give Deadpool and Wolverine 5 stars, which of course means on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 10. I will also say this film is even more meh, in which case I hadn't even seen the likes of I hadn't seen the likes of this since Barbie last July. This is like I said, this should say this is incredible. So, what did you think of Deadpool and Wolverine? Please let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to support my channel, make it grow, and make the views grow. Join me next time when I bring to you my next Do You Remember on the show Down to Earth. So, if you like this, consider checking out my reviews for some of these other films. In the upper left hand corner is my spoiler free review of Everything Everywhere All at Once, or go to the upper right hand corner and see my spoiler free review of Spider Man No Way Home. Or if you would like, maybe, I don't know, maybe the finale to the Wolverine trilogy? Yeah, what the hey. Check out my review of, well, my redo review of Logan. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya, and in the words of the late great Stan the Man Lee, Excelsior! Bye now.